Every night I count the mirrors. 43 reflections watching me patrol empty halls. Tonight, they're watching something else. I've been working security at the Meridian office complex for 8 months now. Night shift, 11 to 7. It's the kind of job that pays the bills and doesn't ask too many questions. Perfect for someone like me who needs predictable, quiet work. The building has 43 mirrors. I know because I count them every night during my rounds. Bathroom mirrors, lobby mirrors, the reflective surfaces in the elevator banks. It's part of my routine. Check each reflection for movement, for intruders hiding where they shouldn't be. Management drilled it into us during training. The mirrors are your eyes, they said. Use them. Tonight feels the same as every other night. At least, I think it does. Sometimes the nights blur together, but that's normal for shift work, right? I punch in at 11, grab my flashlight and keycard, start my first round. The lobby mirror reflects nothing but empty chairs and dim security lighting. Normal, no shat. The second floor bathroom mirrors show only tile and shadow. Normal. But when I reach the third floor conference room, something feels off. I'm checking the large mirror mounted on the far wall, the one that reflects the entire room. Standard procedure. Sweep the flashlight beam across it, look for any movement, any signs someone's hiding behind furniture. But as I turn to leave, I catch something in my peripheral vision. My reflection is still moving. I stop, turn back. The reflection stops too, perfectly synchronized now. I raise my hand. It raises its hand. I tilt my head. It tilts its head. Everything normal. But I could have sworn. No, I definitely saw it. That tiny delay. Like my reflection needed a moment to catch up with what I was doing. Must be tired, I tell myself. 8 months of night shifts will mess with anyone's perception. But I stand there for another 30 seconds, staring at myself in the mirror. Brown hair getting a little long, security uniform wrinkled from sitting too much. The same face I've seen every morning for 32 years. Or have I? Sometimes when I look in my bathroom mirror at home, I feel like I'm looking at a stranger. I continue my rounds, but the feeling sticks with me. That millisecond delay. That tiny moment where my reflection seemed to have its own agenda. When did I start paying such close attention to mirrors anyway? Was it always part of the job, or did I develop this obsession on my own? The fourth floor is always the quietest, just executive offices and conference rooms. When I shine my light across the hallway mirror, I see myself clearly. Tired eyes, slight stubble, that unconscious frown I get when I'm concentrating. But something makes me pause. I wasn't frowning a second ago. Was I? I try to remember my expression from moments before, but the memory feels slippery, uncertain. I touch my face, smoothing out the expression. My reflection does the same, but again, there's that tiny delay. Like it's copying me instead of being me. A fatigue, I tell myself again. Just fatigue. But I make a mental note to pay closer attention during the next round. The mirrors are my tools after all. I need to trust them. I just wish I could shake the feeling that tonight they might not be reflecting the truth. The second round starts at 1:30 a.m., and I know something is definitely wrong. Not just wrong, impossible. In the lobby mirror, I watch myself walk past, but my reflection is smiling. I'm not smiling. I haven't smiled all night. Haven't had a reason to. When I stop and stare directly into the mirror, the smile fades, replaced by my actual expression of growing concern. But for those few seconds, my reflection was happy about something I'm not happy about. Lighting, I tell myself. Away, the fluorescents hit the glass. Woo, but my hands are shaking as I climb to the second floor, and I can't remember the last time I felt this unsettled at work. The bathroom mirror on the second floor shows me having a conversation. My mouth is moving, animated, like I'm explaining something important to someone standing just outside the reflection's frame. But I'm standing here in complete silence, watching myself talk to no one. I lean closer to the glass, my breath fogging it slightly. My reflection leans closer too, but its mouth keeps moving. I can't hear what it's saying, but it looks urgent. Desperate, even. Like it's trying to warn me about something. What are you trying to tell me? I whisper to the mirror. My reflection stops talking immediately and stares back at me with wide, frightened eyes. Eyes that look more terrified than I feel. I stumble backward, nearly dropping my flashlight. When I look again, the reflection is normal. Just me, standing in a bathroom, looking scared. But which one of us was scared first? My radio crackles. Unit 7, status report of die. I fumble for it with trembling fingers. Unit 7, all clear. Continuing rounds. None. Copy that. Security footage shows you've been stationary on the second floor for 8 minutes. Everything all right? 8 minutes. That's impossible. I've been here for maybe 2 minutes. 3 at most. I check my watch. 1:47 a.m. When did I lose track of time? All good, dispatch. Just being thorough tonight. Roger. Try to keep moving. We've got you logged in the third floor conference room at 1:45, having what appears to be a conversation with someone. Audio pickup caught fragments, but we couldn't make out the other party. Did you encounter an intruder? Ice runs through my veins. I haven't been to the third floor conference room yet. That's not until the next round. But according to their footage, I was there 2 minutes ago, talking to someone. Can you repeat that, dispatch? Security cameras show you in conference room 3B at 1:45, having what appears to be a conversation with someone. Audio pickup caught fragments. Sounded like you were asking questions about mirrors. Did you encounter an intruder? Questions about mirrors. But I haven't talked to anyone tonight. Have I? Dispatch, I need to check something. We'll radio back in 10 minutes. Nah. Copy that. Unit 7. I sprint to the stairwell, taking the steps 2 at a time. My footsteps echo strangely, like there are more feet than just mine. Conference room 3B is at the end of the hall, the one with the big mirror I checked earlier. When I reach it, I notice something that makes my blood freeze. The chairs are arranged differently. When I was here before, and I'm certain I was here before, they were all pushed in, orderly. Now 2 chairs are pulled out, facing each other across the table. Like someone had been having a conversation. Recently. I approach the mirror slowly, my reflection approaching with me. But it looks exhausted. More exhausted than I feel. Its uniform is more wrinkled, its hair more disheveled, its eyes more hollow. How is that possible? Or in a hand. I smooth down my hair. My reflection does the same, but its hair doesn't get any neater. Like it's been working longer than I have. Like it's had a harder night. I stare into my own eyes in the reflection, and for just a moment, I swear I see something else there. A knowledge I don't have. An experience I don't remember. What happened in this room at 1:45? And why don't I remember it? One. The third round never ends because every mirror now shows a different version of me, living a different moment. In the lobby, I'm crying. Actually crying. Tears streaming down my face, but I don't feel sad. In the second floor bathroom, I'm laughing hysterically at something that isn't funny. In the elevator, I'm screaming at something I can't see, mouth wide with terror I don't feel. But the worst is conference room 3B, because that's where my reflection talks back. You're finally starting to see it, the other me says when I approach the mirror. Its voice is my voice, but the words aren't mine. The thoughts aren't mine. I drop my flashlight. It clatters on the floor, but in the reflection, I watch myself catch it smoothly. Like I knew it was going to fall. This isn't real, I whisper, my voice cracking. Reflections don't talk. They don't move independently. They don't. We don't. What? The other me tilts its head, and I realize I'm not tilting mine. Live our own lives. Make our own choices. Experience our own moments. Marcus, we've been doing that all along. You just weren't ready to notice. I back away from the mirror, but I can still see my reflection. It doesn't back away. It steps closer to its side of the glass, pressing its palm against the surface. Every night, you do these rounds. Every night, the same routine. But did you ever wonder what we're doing when you're not looking? When you're not checking us for intruders? My mind fractures like glass. We? Who's we? All of us. The reflection gestures, and I realize the mirror isn't showing just this room anymore. It's showing dozens of rooms, hundreds of rooms, each with a different version of me. Every mirror in every building you've ever guarded, every reflection you've ever cast. We're all here, Marcus. We're all living our own version of tonight. I look around the actual room, then back at the mirror. The reflected room is different now, older, dustier. The table is made of different wood. The lights are dimmer, like it's the same room but from a different time, or a different reality. The one in the bathroom? I ask, my voice barely a whisper. The one having a conversation? He's talking to his version of you, the you that exists in his reality. Just like I'm talking to my version of you right now. Just like you're all talking to your versions of me. What a prayer. I slide down the wall, sitting hard on the floor. My legs won't hold me anymore. But which one is real? Which one am I? The reflection kneels too, mirroring my position, but somehow looking more solid, more there than I feel, more real than I am. That's the wrong question, it says gently. We're all real, Marcus. Every reflection, every mirror self, living every possible variation of this moment. Right now, there's a you that never took this job. A you that quit after the first week. A you that never noticed the mirror delays at all. A you that's still living a normal life. But I remember my life, my childhood, my job interview, moving to this city. So do I. So does the me in the bathroom mirror. So does the me in every reflection you've ever seen. We all have the same memories because we all started from the same source. But every moment creates a split, a choice, a different path. And every mirror captures one of those paths. Then, I look at my hands. They're shaking uncontrollably. In the reflection, my other self's hands are perfectly steady. How long has this been happening? Always, Marcus. You just weren't ready to see it before. But 8 months of night shifts, 8 months of checking mirrors, 8 months of staring at yourself in glass. Eventually, the barrier wears thin. Eventually, you start to see us for what we really are. No, Carol. I stand up slowly, my legs weak, approaching the mirror again. What happens now? My reflection smiles, and this time I'm not smiling at all. Now you have to decide which reality you want to live in. Yours, or one of ours. I try to leave the building, but every exit leads to more mirrors. The stairwell windows reflect a different version of me walking up the stairs I'm walking down. The elevator doors show me pressing different floor buttons, going to floors that don't exist. Even the glass on the exit doors reflects a me that's walking deeper into the building instead of trying to escape. By 4 a.m., I stop fighting it. What's the point? If every reflection is real, if every mirror contains another version of me living another version of this night, then maybe escape was never really an option. I return to conference room 3B and sit across from my reflection. We stare at each other in silence for what feels like hours. I notice things about my other self, the way it breathes slightly out of sync with me, the way it blinks a half second before I do, the way it looks more comfortable in its reality than I feel in mine. The security footage, I finally say. The dispatch calls. They were seeing you, weren't they? The you from this mirror reality. My reflection nods slowly. Sometimes the boundaries blur, especially during the night shift, when reality gets flexible. The cameras pick up signals from multiple realities. The dispatchers hear conversations from different versions of the building. Different versions of you. Which means I might not be the original. The thought should terrify me, but instead, it feels almost liberating. Like a weight I didn't know I was carrying has been lifted. I might just be another reflection that became self-aware. Does it matter? My reflection asks, and its voice is gentler now. Kinder. You feel real. You have memories, thoughts, experiences. You have a consciousness. Isn't that enough? I think about my life, the apartment I can barely remember the details of, the family I haven't spoken to in years, the sense that I've been sleepwalking through existence until tonight. Maybe I have been. Maybe I've been the reflection all along, copying someone else's life without realizing it. The other mirrors, I ask. The crying me, the laughing me, the screaming me. What are they experiencing? Different nights, different revelations, different ways of handling the truth. The one who's crying just realized he lost someone important years ago, someone the original has forgotten. The one who's laughing discovered that none of his failures matter because there are infinite versions where he succeeded. The one who's screaming, he saw something the rest of us haven't yet. Yeah, I stand up and walk to the mirror, pressing my palm against the glass. My reflection does the same, and for a moment, I swear I can feel its warmth, feel the reality of its existence. What happens at 7 a.m. when the shift ends? Same thing that always happens. You clock out, go home, sleep. But now you'll know that while you're sleeping, we're all still here, living our own versions of the night. And tomorrow night, when you come back, I'll see you all again, if you want to. Or you could choose to forget. Most people do. The mind has ways of protecting itself from truths it can't handle. When I look around the conference room one more time, it's more real than any place I've ever been. More real than my apartment. More real than my past. More real than the life I thought I was living. Maybe I don't want to leave, I admit. My reflection smiles. Then, don't. Step through. Live this reality instead. Or accept that you already are. Nil. Pantasio. I place both hands on the mirror. The glass feels warm, yielding, like water. As I lean forward, I wonder, am I stepping into a new reality? Or am I finally admitting I was never in the original one to begin with? The mirror ripples, and I make my choice. Or maybe the choice was made for me long ago.